Morning, it's Monday, June 18th. It's another edition of Monday Morning Marketing Mojo, where we give you one actual marketing tip to start off your week. Today we're going to be talking about content marketing, and more specifically, how to get attention of your targeted audience when implementing a content marketing campaign. So content marketing, when done correctly, is a great way to tell your brand story without actually trying to sell something to somebody. The return on content marketing is never immediate. It takes a long time to actually start seeing results. So it takes time and effort, and most of all, consistency in order for it to work correctly. On top of that, the message within a content campaign has to be very, very specific. So all the content that you're creating should always be geared towards one specific persona, really one person and one need or one thing you're trying to help them solve in order for it to really resonate with somebody. There's kind of an overabundance of content out there today. Every company is producing content at scale, but a lot of times it's not targeted. It's just pushed out in order to check a box off and say you're doing content marketing. So to do it correctly, you've got to be very, very targeted in who you market to and also the channels that you choose when implementing a content campaign. Content campaigns cannot be a sales pitch. As discussed in previous videos, you must provide some form of value. Even if that value is telling a story of how you work with another organization and help them achieve some type of goal, you're helping your target audience visualize how they can be successful as well. So, a case study which tells how you work with another organization is absolutely a form of content, but it can't be a sales pitch where you're saying, this is why we are so great. These are all the things that we did. When you know who your specific audience is, audience targeting for paid platforms isn't really that difficult, especially in a B2B world where we know the exact industries, geographic locations, and for account-based campaigns, we know the actual company names they're trying to target. Organic is much, much different. For organic targeting, you have to really go where your audience is, and this can't be automated. I mean, in a world where we want to automate everything possible, there's just certain things that have to have a human element still, and this is absolutely one of those, especially when you're interacting one-to-one with people. Nobody wants to see the email message that you just automatically got because you signed up for something, or think of on LinkedIn when you accept a request and immediately you get a LinkedIn message notification directly after. You don't want to see that, and you want to have that human touch and human element be a part of when you're trying to actually talk to people one-on-one, and this is absolutely no exception. For IT professionals, look at digital communities. There's plenty of them out there. I mean, start with Spiceworks, Reddit, even Stack, the development community. Go there, look for people searching help. I mean, all the time there's people posing questions saying, I'm trying to accomplish this, what do I do? Go there and don't just position your product as much as you'll want to say our product and our solution is the end all be all and it solves all problems. You want to actually walk them through the steps and help them out and offer value. As mentioned on every other video, offering value is the absolute most important thing when doing content marketing. It's a way of positioning yourself as an expert. Positions yourself correctly, it positions your organization correctly. And when you have content already created that actually helps them out with what they're seeking help for, you can use that content. That doesn't mean just post a bunch of links and say go here to view this, but if you actually walk them through the steps, and if there's a video or a guide or something that can really get them the rest of the way, that's your opportunity to leverage the content that you created to actually help that individual out. Doing this one time isn't the answer. Again, with everything else, it takes consistency. It takes building a name for yourself, building a name for your organization as the person or company who can help people out when they have these type of problems. That's companies that do content marketing correctly and people who just absolutely kill it on content marketing. That's what they're doing. They've got a lot of content out there, and over time they've got this massive library of answers to questions. And when you have people actively asking certain questions, you have the answer already ready to go in a lot of senses. All right, so action. What are you going to do starting today? So start off, do a content audit. Look at all the content you have out there and map it to certain questions and certain problems that content actually solves. If you don't have content that helps out with certain things, that would be actually a better place to start. But we're going to operate under the assumption that you've done content creation in some form. You do have content pieces that actually help answer certain questions, so we'll start there. So understand what content you have available, what questions and problems they solve, and just do some searches. I mean, go to Reddit. Let's start there. Search for people asking questions around those problems that you solve. If you don't see anyone asking those questions, I think it's time to actually question, do we have the right content created? If you're creating content around things that people aren't really that interested in or not asking questions around, then you might actually need to take a step back and really start and focus on the content that you have created before actually trying to get it in front of the right people and get the attention of the right people. So again, do a full audit, look at the questions and problems that you solve, go to Reddit, look for people asking those type of questions, and just start offering value. Help them answer their questions and use your content when necessary. All right, thanks. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if there's anything else that you want to hear about, something you want to learn about next week, leave a note in the comments and we'll definitely address it. All right, thanks. Take care.